Well, hey everybody, my name is Joe Robinson, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play Amazing Grace. This is, of course, an incredibly beautiful spiritual song, and this arrangement is in the key of G major, and it's not an exact science playing a tune like this. It's meant to be expressive, and I encourage you to interject your own phrasing into playing these melodic lines. The beautiful thing about the key of G major on the guitar is there's lots of open strings that can ring out sympathetically, creating sounds like this. Hear those strings ringing out? So we're going for that kind of resonant, almost like a bagpipe type approach on the guitar, where the strings are ringing out against one another and there's a melody coming through. And I'm playing this beautiful old wartime Gibson, which has got a particularly sweet sound. Now I do have tab available for my full performance of this version. The performance video is linked below, and I'm playing it on an electric guitar on a Gretsch, and it has a lot of licks and lines in there that you might want to steal a few here and there. I've stolen them from people like Larry Carlton and Robin Ford and different folks. But you don't need the tab necessarily. I'm going to walk you through the whole tune here, so I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have fun playing this great song, Amazing Grace. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do ring the bell if you'd like to be notified when I post new videos, because I post videos every week, and I'm about to hit 100,000 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Here we go. So we're going to start off with the low melody, like this. So let's walk through what's going on there. So we're playing this melody here, starting with the open D, and then playing a G. I'm using a thumb pick, by the way, and I am using the pick to get a nice bright attack from those strings. And then we play 2nd fret on the G string, and hammer on twice, real quick, to the 4th fret of the G string. And then I play that G bass note with the thumb. So that's the fingering going on there. The thumb is playing the low G, and the open D string's being played. Then the ring finger's playing the 4th fret of the G string, and then the middle finger's playing the 3rd fret of the B string. And I like to do a little embellishment like this. So what that is hammering on. You kind of hold this D note down, the 3rd fret of the B string, and then you hammer on from the 2nd fret of the G string to the 4th fret, and pull off, and then open. And if anyone's having trouble with that, I do have a series of daily exercises for the left hand and the right hand for that matter that I do consistently. I've done them for almost 20 years, and they've just given me such a great technical foundation, and you can purchase those courses. They're like mini courses. They're inexpensive, and they're on my website, invisibletechnique.com, and if you use the promo code YouTube, you can get a discount. But we're just going, okay, hammering on 2nd fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret, open, and then 4th fret on the D string, and then open. So far we have and then we go. So we're going. So we're taking the ring finger, sliding it from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the G string. Then the middle finger plays the 3rd fret of the B string. And then the first finger does a slide down from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret of the G string to an open G string. play this chord, which is kind of like a G13th, because we have that high E ringing out. And so that is G played with the thumb on the left hand, 3rd fret. And then we don't play the A string, we play 3rd fret of the D string, that nice 7th note. And then ring finger on the 4th fret, the G string. And then middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And we do this run that goes... I really like playing that run. So all we're doing is walking down the notes of the chord. And then the pinky comes down here and goes... just walks down chromatically on the A string, 5, 4, 3, 2. And of course you don't have to play all these embellishments, you can play a real simple version of the tune. And if you want to put your own embellishments in there, it's just a G7 chord, so you can play a million different things. But I'm just going... finishing on this chord shape, which is a kind of a tricky little cluster of a chord, but it's G, 3rd fret of the E string, 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the D string, 4th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the B string. G7. G, B, F, B, D. So if you wanted to play a different G7 lick, you could literally play anything. Then we go to a C chord. So far we have... and we're not really in time, we're kind of being pretty loose with the tempo. Then we go... so we're hammering on, and then pulling off, with the middle finger kind of pedaling or holding down that 3rd fret of the B string. And then we do a hammer on, 2nd fret to the 4th fret, pulling off to the open. That's a good exercise. Yeah, check out my daily exercises for the left hand exercises. Left hand hammer on and pull off exercises that will help you with that if you're struggling. And then we just play a C chord like that. So open C, but we put the pinky up there on the high G note, which I think just reinforces that key center that we're in, the G major key center. And then we go... so it's middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, then 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. And then we hammer on to the 4th fret with the pinky. And pull off to the open D. So that second part goes... and of course you want to pull all the beauty out of the guitar that you can. That's the difference between a really expressive player and someone who just doesn't really get the magic across. It's all about using your ear. This is the most important kind of ear training. This is more important than knowing a diminished chord from an augmented chord, is hearing the sound that you're pulling out of the instrument and trying to make it as beautiful and as special as you can. So far we have... and then I play this D suspended chord. It gives us an add 4. So we have the ring finger there, 5th fret of the A string, 4th fret of the D string, open G, and then the 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And then we just repeat. Maybe you want to do a different G7 lick there. And then we go to a D chord. And I like to walk up the inversions of D like that. It's kind of a gospel influenced idea. So this part that we're working through goes same as before. Play any G7 lick there, and then go. And what that is just going 4th fret of the G string, 5th fret of the G string, and then 3rd fret of the B string. And we play that same D with the added 4th. So it's D, F sharp, G, and D. And then we take the pinky and put the pinky on the 5th fret of the B string. Slide it up to there. We keep that open G ringing out. And the reason we do that is, you know, this is not really a D add 4. It's just like the G is the tonic note of the song, and we want that G to ring out and be like a pedal tone. So we're kind of holding that open G. We're having that open G go throughout these chords. So that becomes like a D with an F sharp melody note on the top. That open G still ringing out, giving us that suspended sound. And then we come up here to basically like a 1 with a 3 in the bass. So the F sharp's in the bass, which is the 3 of D. So we have F sharp, A, D, and then A. So 9th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret. So far we've covered then we go. So we're going open B, C on the 1st fret of the B string, and hammering on to the 3rd fret of the B string. And we play a kind of G chord to just support that melody up top. And then we play the same lick as before. Going to that G7. It's one of my favorite ways to just embellish a G7 is putting that 13th note up top. So that's like a G9 chord, which is 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. And then you have the pinky go up there to the 12th fret. And a lot of jazz guys, they won't play 5-note chords, they'll just play the kind of top notes of the chord like that. Then we go back to C. This is all just repeating, same as before. And then we play this melody, playing E minor. And I kind of like to do I guess an E minor 9 there like that. And play some kind of a lick there. But all we're doing is playing the same melody that we begin the song with, except we hit a low E, and then we play that kind of E minor 9 shape, which is 2nd fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G string, 3rd fret, and 2nd fret. And then we go, same lick as we played earlier, we play a D. And if you can put an F sharp in the bass there, it's kind of nice. And then we go, so we've already done that. Hammering from the 2nd fret of the G string to the 4th fret. And I like to do these kind of chord voicings. So what I'm doing there is I'm just going to a C chord, and you can play it like this, which is probably how I would play it. But any C chord will work. You can do that one. And then this one. This is a G chord with a B in the bass. So it's a 1 with a 3 in the bass. And that is middle finger on the 7th fret of the low E, skip the A string, then play 4th fret, 7th fret, and 8th fret. Then we play a B flat 13th chord, which is 6th fret, skip the A string, 6, 7, 8, 8. And then you just play like basically A minor 7. However you want to play that. I often play it like that because I don't like bar chords. I'd rather use my thumb. Because it just, if you do a bar chord, your wrist gets kind of bent like that, and that's not great. I'd rather play with my thumb like that. So I have a perfectly neutral wrist. Maybe bending up a little bit. Not too much though. And then maybe a D. The flat 9 there, it's kind of a nice jazzy chord. Maybe a few harmonics like that. If you go to invisibletechnique.com and sign up to my emailing list, you'll get sent some free lessons, including one on harmonics. So do that. And also check out the daily exercises courses. And then we just resolve to a G. And I like to do those harmonics there. So that's just holding down a G low bass note, and then doing a bunch of harmonics there on the 5th fret. On the D string, G string, B string, E string. This guitar really rings, it's really cool. Okay, so there we have it. That's Amazing Grace. Let me play it again for you. Can't beat that for a beautiful, timeless, incredibly moving piece of music. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the full tab and notation for my performance version of this song if you're interested in learning all the nuances of what I'm doing. But I hope this lesson was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And do check out my daily exercises at invisibletechnique.com. Use the promo code YouTube and you can save a little bit. So take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. All the best with your playing.